we've been able to find a few things this morning when we would like you to tell us if you recognize any of the things. And if you do recognize them, tell us a little bit of story behind it.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, yeah. And this is one of my rings to my other wedding ring. Uh-oh.
It was.
Gosh darn it. So this goes to my white gold wedding ring. And I'd wear those. I had two of these, but they're just a little bit different. One went here, one went here, and then my white gold goes here. This here is my first ring when I graduated. My parents bought this for me.
So
It's my birthday.
when you graduated high school,
When I graduated
your parents bought that
in
for you.
1977.
Wow.
This stands for each one of their girls.
Oh,
So they're my sisters surrounding me.
that's 14 karat.
Yep. This here is from South Dakota. And it's so weird. I was on the phone probably for an hour and a half with my best friend up in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Okay.
And she bought me a set. It has 2 earrings and it has a necklace that matches this. And she asked me, did you find anything I gave you? I told her, I said, no. I said, but I have someone that's going to be looking. And this was the first set she sent me when she left for Rock Springs because she used to live here. And it was really hard for us to separate. But I talked to her. They were coming back in July. And she's had a rough one. She lost her son. He had a baby girl 3 months later. He had an aneurysm. And it was Andrew. I would take him on trips with me. Andrew and Andrea.
Tough.
And he passed. His little 3-month-old daughter really don't know him.
Yeah.
But we keep stories so that she does.
Yeah.
And then her husband was coming back to show off Liam, which is my niece's. I call him my niece and nephew. They are was coming back to show us Liam, who Andrea.
So can you put those pieces here? Because I'm going to get a picture of all the
Okay.
stuff that
Oops.
that is yours here together.
Okay.
Wow, this is.
Look at this. This is not mine. But this is my husband's. His father
This is my-
had that.
Yeah, from my grandfather.
Who found that today?
I did.
So Nelson found these 2 rings and that key.
That's me.
So when they say, kids aren't capable of doing that. No, these kids have been such a big help today. There's only so much of me to go
Yeah.
around, only so much ground I can cover. So that was that your dad's?
My grandfather was a salesman at the first Lincoln Continental dealership in downtown, and he was their salesman. He had awards on the wall from being there.
You say Chrysler?
No, it was Lincoln Continental.
Okay, Lincoln Continental.
They sold all kinds of cars because there wasn't a lot of actual car dealers.
Yeah.
And so they represented more than one type of car, but he sold a lot of Lincoln Continentals, and that's what he drove all the time. And that's kind of how I remember.
Well, that's cool.
And my dad had that kept it on his dresser all the time. So, yeah, wow.
I'm not sure
That's
what
amazing.
this is.
So some of these I know, like what you have actually set aside, we're in actually a different debris field. So we're going to be doing a different angle now. Now that we've got to talk to you, we are going to be doing a different angle of search. So what was that?
This here is a diamond earring. I have one of them that they found
No way.
right after
Well,
Yeah.
then we're gonna quit searching
Right
for the other
after.
one.
And I told him today, I said, you know, these are like my Valentine earrings. And I
Wow.
don't have any of my Valentine earrings from him. But now I have one set. So
Cool.
That's
Wow.
mine. These are, all of these are mine. If this penny, can you see what that says?
These are like ones I'd have to
This
brush
is
them off, but these are
mine.
ones like you put through a token machine
Yes,
and ring
and
them.
we have that. You know, this ring. It says Kansas.
Is that the Kansas Harley Davidson?
We'll have to scrub on it a little bit
Okay.
here.
Yeah, this one's. It looks familiar, but
Yeah, those. Tell you the truth. I mean, you're being honest with me. Is
Yeah.
I found because I had
just- I
found this
don't
one.
think
These
that's
were
mine.
actually in a different.
hey. This is mine from Vegas. This is mine. It's just a cheapie, but it's mine. That's mine.
I know that's got to be yours because
That's
that was close
mine.
up by the house.
This here actually is a cup that goes on here. This is mine. It's my
yeah,
Pandora.
it's a snap for the hold the
Yeah,
two things
This
together.
is my. I have this earring. The other one's in a little bit better shape. This is my mother's cross. This here is
Oh,
my
you got
toe ring.
Fucking gold mine out
That's
there.
mine. Mine. I'll never
Did you
stop
kind of
loving
find
you.
a
It's
trail like
mine.
you were talking about?
I don't know, but I'll say it's mine. What the heck?
These are pretty much all in your area for
Yep.
the most part. Now things
Oh.
can blow over from neighbors.
That's the one that Elsa,
Yeah.
my best friend, who she retired and moved to Laguna Beach. She's in a little bit better, climate.
That was
So she
between
bought
the
that.
River Rock and the junipers
Oh.
over there.
Okay.
Very short signal.
That's the way most
That's like from the
That's
neighbor
not
kids.
mine, yeah. This is mine. It's part of my.
This is just
And
stuff
these
that we
here
need.
are probably all mine.
Yeah, I don't know what those little
This here is buttons. They're,
those are.
this
they ring
here-
up. This
no,
is like
these
here's
here-
these ring up really good.
Yeah, these here are buttons that go to my clothing.
I didn't ring up any of them. I just found them.
So did you have some Calvin Klein
Yes.
clothing with a button?
Yes.
I hate.
And this here one I know is mine because I've seen it. So yeah, it's all mine besides that.
Well, hey,
Wow.
good job, Nelson, Zach.
Nice
Amazing.
job, you guys. Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
job.
And thank you.
Oh yeah.
you guys.
Well, this is a. I'm gonna be back in the
Thank you.
area.
Okay.
I don't know. And so the way we got together is I was metal detecting on the other side of the block here, and when I find stuff, I clean the stuff up and I sort through it and I go through the owners of the properties I'm doing and I ask them, if it's theirs or not and stuff like that. And I had a piece that was unclaimed. And this is the honesty of the community. They're all in the same boat. They understand each other. And she saw this on.
Oh my God.
And she saw that on there, and it probably wasn't on there an hour. And she goes, "That's my sister's." And she told me that 10 times. And so I got a hold of you. And she says, she goes, this has a lot of meaning. And I called you, and I wanted a special way. I had asked for it to be identified, so it goes to the right owner. And you immediately identified it in detail, along with further detail that I didn't even imagine. So can you run over what this means to you?
It does. So this is a Pandora bracelet. This is a blue rope. They didn't have my size for my wrist,
Okay.
but I wanted it. So I went ahead and I bought it, and I just double it.
Yeah.
And
Which had me confused. I thought it was a small kid's
Yes,
necklace at
yes.
first.
and
And so I
it
learned a
very
lot
well
of stuff.
Could be. And then on here are 2 hearts, and on these hearts, they're right here. They say on them, sister.
And that's what I asked for.
One is for my oldest sister who passed at 55. And the other one is for my little sister who gave it to me. And then this here one, as you can see, and this one and this one, all of these have meaning. This here one is a blue sapphire. And with this, it represents my father who passed on my birthday in September. So I got that and I put it with my sisters. This here one, I thought this was the emerald, but it's not. This here is the aquamarine, which represents my mother who has passed. And then this here, my husband gave me. And this here is one for our wedding. So all of this are for the people that I've loved and that has left.
It was just, I mean, I can't say it was by chance. I'm going to have to say that God just was directing me that day. I was giving up on another house because of the rubble was so bad. There's some same things that we cannot work through. And I decided to walk around the corner of that house opposite of the debris field. And when I did, I hit that. And
if you see the two hearts, they come together.
oh, wow, yeah.
And it's because my family is very close. My dad and mom had 3 of us, all girls. My dad didn't have a boy. But my little sister and I, we really kind of ended up being those boys that he needed. He taught us how to change oil, to change brakes.
Yeah.
And I've done brakes. I did a whole motor with the help of my husband and my dad. But I took things apart and I put them on a sheet and I cleaned them all up and put them in baggies. And then when they went to put my motor back together, my dad's like, okay, we're looking for part A, B. And he told me, go get a Chilton book. And the Chilton book told me everything what to do.
Yeah.
So I took it all apart. I took 2 weeks off, and my dad would ask for parts, and I go get it. He's like, oh my God, who puts parts in a bag and that are clean? I said, it's organized, Dad.
Oh, the memories that come to mind when you look at reminders, and that's just things that money cannot replace.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And you're Nelson.
That's for sure.
So hey,
Thank you.
oh, I'm so glad your sister, mom was looking out and
Yes.
saw that.
Yes.
And
I thought I lost these,
Yeah, she asks me about those
forever.
every day.
Because I have